What's that, Mark?
This is a spoon, John.
It's
Hello.
Mark the Blade. And today we are cooking.
Yeah.
What are we? Well, we're baking. What are we baking?
We are baking Cornish pasties.
It's a very dangerous thing to do here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because we're in Devon.
Yeah.
And
Shoot me now.
it is actually illegal to bake Cornish pasties in Devon, so we're going to be very careful. So how much are we putting in here?
Well, I'm kind of fly on your. What's the saying? Fly on your. Fly on the seat of your pants. Is that the saying?
Fly by the seat of your pants.
Fly by the seat of your pants. I'm going for about 100 grams per person.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly. And then going to do half butter. Butter.
Oh, lovely.
To go with that. It's
Mark,
not true butter.
it's not true butter.
No.
I bought it, and he immediately told me off because it's willow. I got it because it said willow on it.
It's cooking spread. Yeah.
Anyway, but
This is it's just got artificial. Look at how soft it is.
Oh, yeah.
No, it'll be fine though for pastry.
Mark is very angry. He's an angry baker.
Right, so we're just gonna cube it because we're gonna use our fingertips.
You didn't even weigh that, Mark. What are you doing?
I'm just cubing. I'm cubing it. That's a rough. I'm estimating. I reckon that's gonna be about 100 grams. I reckon.
Fucking pro
Roughly.
shit.
I'm gonna do it up to 300. Ready? Oh, it's close.
You absolute unit.
What can I say?
Do you want me to take that away from you, Chef?
Yes, please, Edge.
What are you doing?
Just kneading the butter into the,
Why?
into
Why?
the flour. Just to incorporate it into the flour. So then we can make a dough in a minute when we add the water. Some people don't even bother with that. They just put the water in straight away. And they have big chunks of butter.
What's the difference between a Cornish and a Devonshire pasty?
I don't know. Supposedly, according to Poor Hollywood,
Cornish ones are better?
Cornish ones need to have exactly 21 crimps. They call it a crimp, right?
Yeah.
Where you do the folding at the end,
Yeah.
the crimping. I don't know how true that is, but
I thought it was that maybe Cornish ones are crimped on the top and then Devon ones are on the side. It's probably wrong. But anyway, the Cornish ones are the best.
we're going to add a spoonful of cold water at a time. I mean, ideally, I'm just going to do 2 to start off with. Just mix it in. And then
Get your hands dirty, in other words, yeah?
yes.
You would normally use a food blender, would you, Mark?
Food process is a hell of a lot quicker. You can just
But we're doing it the traditional way.
with our hands.
That was handed down to us all through the centuries by our Cornish forebearers. They used to make pasties for the miners, didn't they? I know that much.
Because the crimping is that's like the handle.
That's the handle, yeah. So
And
you wouldn't
then
eat that. You wouldn't eat that part.
No. Well, no, I think they did.
Did they?
I think they did.
Well, it'd get all coal dust on it.
Yeah, maybe not then. Well, I do know that they, again, this is via Paul Hollywood.
He doesn't know shit, man.
He said half of it would be savoury traditionally, and the other half would be sweet.
That is true. He's got that right by accident.
Yeah, I'd say, because look, can you see it starting to come together?
Yeah.
So
Looks like scrambled eggs, Mark.
yes, it does. So this I would start putting together. Like you can just, that will probably come to a dough now.
So you've done that before.
So you just bring it out.
What, just on there? Just on the surface, like that?
Yeah. And then
It looks like scrambled eggs. I don't like it.
gently knead. Just a little bit. You don't want to work it too much, because if you work it too much, it will become really tough. And
So I'm filming your crotch quite a bit. Accidentally.
yeah, look, that's enough.
Oh yeah, it just suddenly came together. No way. See, normally I would cover the top of that worktop with about half an inch of flour,
No,
like freshly driven snow.
Yeah.
No,
Even with bread, you don't put don't put flour on it. You don't need to, because when you start kneading, it strengthens anyway, and then it won't stick to the thing anymore. But look, you can see it's not sticking.
Yeah.
And then we'll put that in cling film. Have you got any cling film?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And we're going to put this in the fridge and chill for 20, 25 minutes, something like that. Because this butter is going to need it. Because it needs to... You could probably, to be honest, we could probably roll it out and use it now. But now we've got to make the filling anyway, so you might as well put it in there.
What do you need, Mark?
I need a peeler and a sharp knife, please.
Well, there's a sharp knife.
Bloody hell, look at that.
It's quite sharp, but it's
That's
got
a beast.
quite dull over the years. And a potato peeler.
Yeah, so I'm going to peel the potatoes and then I'm going to chop it up really fine because that gives you the melt in your mouth texture of a good pasty.
I love things that melt in your mouth. Do you, Mark?
I bloody love it. Cut up the potato to be the same size as the onion.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And the cheese.
Consistency of shape.
Yeah. Right. Where's it? Can I just? Put this
Of course
in?
you can.
Compost.
No, just sling it straight in the bin.
Sling it in. Oh look! I've just sliced my hand off. Oh, sorry. Dead air is a crime.
Okay, Mark, I suppose you want those potatoes diced.
Well, yeah, that'd be great, thanks. Yeah.
I'm going to do a spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to save my wrist.
Yeah, watch this. Right. The first one to do is this one. What do you think of that?
I'm thinking I don't want to fucking eat that anymore because you should put your finger in it.
You didn't know I was a fucking magician, did you? Or a wizard? Do you want me to? I'm not going to. I can't
You
be.
do that one?
I can't be asked to do that one. You're going to have to chop it
Oh,
off.
for flipping hell's sake. Alright.
Be careful, though. You haven't got my powers of wizardry. Be careful.
Okay. It's not quite as quick as yours, but
Well,
doing my best.
I'll teach you the spell one day.
Alright. Okay, we're going to try and get them to be the same size.
Well, the same as the ones I did.
Yeah.
You've almost done it like mine, but not quite. Do you want me to do this one?
A little bit of fat.
Joke.
I like your knife though.
Thank you.
That is nice. This is by no means a masterclass in chopping.
I'm sending this as your audition for Great British Bake Off.
Please don't.
I did submit an application for you, and Paul Hollywood wrote back saying, "Fuck that, we're not getting a fucking pro in."
Right, now we're gonna do the onion.
Right, we've done the taters.
A cheese and onion pasty.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different ways of doing the old onion that people do, but I personally like to keep the root on the end. It stops you from crying.
Okay, does it really?
Yeah, I mean, supposedly the crying, the thing that makes you cry is this liquid here that's on the film of the onion. And it's like a really thin layer. I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
Supposedly that's what makes you cry.
Hmm.
So if you leave that root on, it definitely does help to just
Minimise it.
Yeah, minimise it, definitely. There's another one as well that you can do. You can put a wooden spoon in your mouth and put it between your teeth.
Stop giving away secret wizard lore. That's what I do.
But when you do that, you look. Not only do you look like an absolute
Bellend.
not only do you look like a bellend, you start dribbling as well. I've tried this.
So it does nothing.
No, not really. It's supposed to soak up the wood. It's supposed to soak up the juices.
That sounds like bollocks.
Yeah, I think it is bollocks.
I find that wearing glasses helps a bit, though.
Yeah,
It's like a barrier, isn't it? But I still cry.
here you go. Look, here's a film.
Oh yeah.
See
I
that?
wonder what that's called.
Yeah, I've forgotten what it's called, but you can see it's got like very thin, but it's got that little it's got. Oh, yeah, I can feel it already. I can. It's going to my eyes. Anyway, another reason why I like to keep the root on is that it binds it all together.
Yeah.
This bit.
Stops it flopping around, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I normally nail it with my wand.
And we're going to do it nice and thin.
Oh.
This knife is lovely.
It was way sharper though. It needs sharpening.
Oh, it's like a glove.
You're doing it almost as well as I do. No, you should see the way I do it.
Slip in a bit, mate. I don't like to waste it though, so I know that they would probably chuck the rest of that away, but I'm definitely using all of that. Yeah, there you got lovely.
I need to chop in a bit more. I was just about to get my wand out on that then.
These are nice onions though. Where'd you get these from?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Oh.
I plucked them out of another dimension using a spell.
Of course.
The spell was called From Sainsbury's.
Spellcasting. SAINBURYS. Sainsbury's. Oh, I miss those days. Nightmare. Oh, superb.
Yeah, I agree. Now there's a load of shite on TV. Don't watch it. I had an idea once to make our own nightmare, but then I realised you probably need a warehouse that's completely painted green. It's beyond my means.
So waste not, want not. We just got the root there.
Well, you're gonna eat all that, ain't you?
I'm gonna eat that.
Good.
Raw. Alright. Oh man, my eyes are starting to.
Yeah, mine are.
Yeah. So even with the root on, you still get that. Yeah, but it's not as much. It definitely isn't as much.
Basically a diff fuck all.
Yeah, I did.
What are you doing next, Mark?
Just gonna add a bit of pepper. Just a bit of pepper.
Oh, that's quite fucking advanced shit.
And then do a few bicep curls while you at it. And then do a few more. I like lots of pepper.
Yeah, I do. Hammer it.
Get in. This is kind of like your umami flavour, I suppose. You know, you got your bit of a kick, and then just a bit of salt just to get through the potato.
Cornish pasties tend to be quite peppery, don't you think?
Yeah.
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 My eyes are fucking streaming.
Yeah.
Mate.
So
A minute.
cut cheese.
No. What do you want next, Mark? I can't fucking see what I do.
You getting it that bad? A grater.
A grater? Oh, I've got one here.
Ooh. Look at this. Okay, next we're going to get some lots of cheese.
How do you know how much to put in, though?
Don't really. You just
Can't see.
just enough to, well, the more the merrier, I'd say.
I can't. Look, I can't fucking...
That's hilarious because I'm the one who was bloody cutting it.
Yeah, your technique works, but it's hellish on the person standing next to you.
That's where it goes. It goes to the bystander.
Hey, Mark, I've just had an idea for an interesting view. Get ready. Grate it on there.
That's amazing.
I bet it looks shit.
Oh yeah. I bet it's gone blank already. No, alright, block it and clear it again. Just do it so it's close to it. Yeah, and then just get the...
All the tricks of the trade going on here. No expense spared for this channel. I can't fucking see, man.
It's quite a creamy one, isn't it? That's what she said.
There it is.
Edit.
Look at the state of my phone. Oh, hell, it's fucked up.
You're going to have to do so much editing on this. Put your face in there. Put it on pause.
Yes, put it there.
There you go. Just put your face in there. Yeah, don't put it under it. Just put your face here, and there's the.
Oh, I see.
That will just the freshness of the. I don't know why it works. I don't know the science behind it. But you put your face in there with the water coming out.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shambles of a new order.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna mix the cheese with the filling. We're gonna do some more grated cheese in a minute because it's lovely to have grated cheese on the top of a pasty.
Oh.
I don't know if that's traditional or not, but
It is.
All the Cornish ones I had were,
Yeah,
cheese
that's
on
one of the things the Cornish do. They put cheese all over the fucker.
Just gonna mix it all through. This is our filling.
Do you have to do it sensuously like that?
And then if you get a height, you just look like a dick.
God, you fucking know your shit, mate.
Look at it though. Now, if you want here, you can also put in some herbs. If you want like a Mediterranean kind of taste,
Fuck that shit.
you could put some oregano.
Yeah, but this is
Oregano.
Cornish, mate.
But yeah, of course, it's Cornish.
We just spit in it.
Yeah. All right. So that's our filling done. Now, you could also. Have you got any gravy granules at all?
Yes, actually, I was going to say that because I occasionally, when I make pasties, I put a bit of gravy in.
Yeah.
Because Bulb. I was just going to say
definitely.
my mum. She says to do that, but she's your mum as well. Where is it?
Funnily enough.
Oh look, it's all those crisps.
And we've got Worcestershire as well.
Oh, yeah.
I also like to look dangerously. I put that a little sprig of that in as well.
Yeah.
A little splash.
There you go, Blade.
Oh,
That's gravy granules.
You haven't got many ingredients in there, but you've got gravy granules. Right, we're going to put a bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Is this a Cornish edition?
No.
Yes, it is.
I mean, yes, it is. Just a little splash. I find it just it's that umami kind of flavour.
Gives it a bit of pizzazz.
I like to do this on the bottom of the layer, but do you fill it in? You just put it
Oh
in.
no, do it as you would normally do it because you know shit.
No. I honestly, when it comes to doing pasties, I normally put this on the bottom layer of the pasty. But I love the fact that this is just easy. You can just bung it all in into one filling. All right, so we're going to mix that in there.
Wow,
This is
I've never
my
seen it.
secret technique.
I've never seen it done like that before. I think that's where I've been going wrong all these years.
Right, we're just going to put some single malt whiskey into it.
Whiskey? We're not really. He's playing games with you.
Joshing.
But anyway, we've done our filling.
Yeah, filling is done.
Now
so
what?
we're gonna shape, and we're gonna shape the. We're gonna roll out.
Do I get the pastry for you?
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Where is it? Oh look, there's some ale there. There you go.
I didn't ask for this. Yeah, that's not cold at all. So, sod it.
Mark, before you do that, I need to open the beer.
Okay. We got a rolling pin as well.
Yeah.
This is where you will need flour. Just a tiny bit. You still suffering?
No, a bit better. That's my rolling pin.
There you go, rolling pin.
Is that alright?
Now we do need a bit of flour because we're going to be rolling it out nice and thin, so it will. I mean, you can just tip it out like I've done, or you can look like an absolute tit. And you can,
This ain't gonna get your bake off, mate.
right, yeah, we don't want too much flour because it will dry it out, obviously. So we don't want that. So
I'm trying to get a good angle. I guess that's alright, but your knob's in it again.
Now, if you want, I'm going to keep rotating at 90 degrees just to keep it. Mother dear used to tell us, right, and she's Cornish, so it must be right. You start in the middle, push up, go back to the middle, push down.
Oh.
Gives it a nice, and then you can keep it even. I've been doing that ever since, really. And,
Makes sense.
yeah.
In a Cornish way.
But you can also get these things I've seen. I know that they used to do it in the Bake Off. I've seen them use it where they get little clips and.
Oh yes, yeah.
And it keeps it to that thickness.
Yeah,
to an exact thickness. But
we're not fucking robots, are we, Mark?
No.
We're doing it by hand.
I've just realised something. We're doing 2 pasties.
2 big ones
instead of 1 big one. So I should have halved this before. Anyway,
who's having the pasties, Mark?
Me and you.
Yes, right. Candlelit dinner for 2. You're not supposed to do that, Mark.
No,
you fucked it now.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Wait a minute, I need to open my beer. Mark, I can't open it. Wait a minute. Done.
Right, I'm starting again with that one. I'll put it into a ball. I'm just re-rolling it. Now the problem is when you're rolling pastry, the more you work it, the more you activate the gluten.
Oh, it becomes elastic, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then
I've noticed that before.
It will just keep coming back on itself. It's a pain in the ass.
Yes, I've noticed that. So that shite butter that we're using, does that complicate issues?
No, if anything, it's probably making it easier to handle.
Buy cheap and it works well. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Music to my ears. I suppose back in the day, the traditional Cornish ones would have been made with just butter
and lard, I think.
Oh,
yeah, half lard, half butter.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
And you want ideally everything nice and cold when you're working with it. But oh look, this one's got some coffee granules in it.
I'll have that one. No, actually, that's arterial blood.
I don't think your surface is quite flat.
Not only is it not quite flat, that is actually one of my magic wands. So it's not quite...
Yeah, it's not.
Look at this pro. He's actually measuring my rolling pin.
No. If you come this way, you can see there's a gap where the rolling pin is. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You can see through.
You could get something through there. Yeah.
It's not quite.
Sorry, chef.
Quite flat. It's not good enough.
I've used a wine bottle in the past as a rolling pin.
That's quite inventive, actually.
It works all right.
All right. So, all right. It's not a perfect circle. All right, by any means.
Far from it, I would say.
Oh yeah. It's not great.
Did the Cornish do it that way?
Yeah.
I thought they might.
All right, let's try and get it.
But it's all about imperfection, though. We eat enough crap made by robots. We don't want this to look like a robot pasty.
All right, watch this. Mother dear showed me this tip. Fold it in half.
Yes.
Put the rolling pin there. Put that over there, and then that just helps you kind of gauge where you're going to do the filling. So it's going to be quite thin there, but thick there. Never mind.
No, that's all right. Well, you want to fill that as much as possible.
Yeah.
Now, something that would potentially blow people's minds is that, I mean, like pies, you don't have to pre-cook the filling, do you? It just cooks within that pocket.
I know that there are some. I mean, I could have cut this thinner, the potato. Some of it might be. It will cook. It definitely will be
fine.
But yeah, we're going to load this. Absolutely load it. But you want to keep the outside edge. We want to keep that at least like half an inch from the edge. Right, then I personally like to put the egg wash here.
Okay.
When we fold it over, it will help bind it together.
Do you need an egg now?
Yes.
I'll get it for you. Luckily, I've got 4 eggs.
I only need 1. Yes. Thank you. Here's a nice tip I picked up from Dominique Ansel, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's a pastry chef. I think he's in America. Anyway, he showed me how to do proper, not personally, I saw him on a video, but how to crack an egg and never get any shell.
No way.
On a hard surface. You just get it between your fingers.
Like that.
And we're going to hit the belly of it on the hard surface here, and it makes it concave. So, and then it keeps all the shell in.
Yeah.
So like that. So it's concave.
Yeah.
Put your thumbs in, and then bring it out. Boom.
Fuck.
So, no shell. All right, there's a tiny bit there. Typical. But yeah, normally you don't. If you want to get that tiny bit, you wet your finger.
Oh, it's got all the tips.
You should be able to just fish it out. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, because normally it resists you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, Mother dear showed me that. Again, Cornish ways.
I didn't know.
You know,
Yeah, I shouldn't play.
Cornish bloody ways.
This eggshell, can you eat that?
The eggshell?
Yeah.
You can actually.
Can you?
Yeah, I think you can.
That's absurd.
Some people do eat eggshell. Another one that I don't quite understand is lime scale. You know, you get lime scale, because up to Reading, it's
Well, you have hard water,
up
though,
to
don't you?
north, you have hard water, right? So the lime scale is it builds really quickly.
Yeah.
But I suppose you can just eat it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's calcium, isn't it? Calcium deposits? I don't know. We don't have it down this way.
Personally, wouldn't like to eat a block of lime scale.
Bit of chalk.
A bit of chalk.
I used to eat chalk.
Did you? Yeah. Right, I've probably not made my pastry. It's going to be rough and ready, this.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Rough and ready.
It all goes down the same way, doesn't it? That's what the Cornish say.
Yeah. Mother dear will be spitting feathers, probably.
Yeah, she makes them quite beautifully, actually, I must say. But this is... It's shaping up quite nicely, right?
That's right.
So, know what you're doing.
So, I'm just going to put the... Just
put it flat.
Yeah, just firm these up. Now, obviously, I haven't rolled it that well, as you can see.
Well,
it's not quite there. But then, this is where it doesn't really matter. If one side's overlapping and the other one's not, then you just start doing your crimping.
Oh, look at this Cornish crimping. So you're just folding over. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
See, this is where if you've got butter and cold lard, this bit...
It crumbles a bit, doesn't it?
It's just kind of cracking a little bit, but it's okay.
Might I say, that is quite a whopper.
Yeah,
it's a big one, isn't it?
And then this bit at the end, just tuck it under.
Oh, where's he gone? He's gone into there.
And then we'll put that on a baking tray.
Okay, right,
so that over.
Moving the pasty. So, the other thing we do, I remember we used to do in Cornwall, is measure things by pasties. In some ways, I remember Mum used to say we got pasty feet. You know, if you've got a big foot, you've got pasty feet. Do you remember that? No?
No?
Yeah, pasty feet. What you don't want is pasty cock. Okay, this is the second pasty that Mark's conjured. It's
absolutely loaded.
Absolute whopper.
I think it's probably too much.
That's another thing Cornish people like to do. Test the limits of the pasty. So he's confused. He don't know what he's doing now.
I think it's all right. This side is struggling a bit.
It looks like it's got a cyst. Stop getting your hands in the way. Stop doing what you're supposed to do and let me film it. You've got beautiful hands.
Oh, there's a bit of potato in there. That's in the crimp.
That's the Cornish thing, though, isn't it? One lump of potato in the crimp. in the crust is good luck.
Oh no!
A lot of people don't know that.
This one's not so good.
It's completely fucked this one up.
It's just because it's too.
It was my fault though, because I said, well, there was some filling left over, and he said, well, I don't know if I can get that in. I said, put it in there. That is a giant bastard.
There we go. Pretty good shape.
Oh,
That's all right.
I think it's better than the first one, mate.
It does look quite good shape, actually.
Mm-hmm. And this will give it a golden hue, I imagine.
Yes, it will. If you want even more golden hue,
Mm-hmm.
you can just use egg yolk.
That seems extravagant.
But it is a bit. It is, yeah. And you need probably 2 of them to do it properly. You know what I mean? Because you don't have much of it. Because then you get even more golden finish. But we're going to be covering ours with cheese anyway. So it's going to be golden in that sense. Golden brown. And this will just help it bind as well.
I think cheese tastes best when it is like almost nuked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really pops.
Yeah. All right, let's get a bit of more grated cheese, and then we're away.
You've done that before. Fucking how much are you doing? I've never had a pasty that's glazed in cheese before.
Prepare yourself, mate.
It's Cornish. It's Cornish pasties.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Don't make any mistakes on this matter. These are Cornish pasties.
It's just gonna be cheese. That's all you're gonna taste.
Well, Mark, to be fair, is doing it to my specifications because I don't eat meat. So he's done a cheese and onion one.
Oh, you're gonna bloody love it, mate.
Oh, I can't
The
fucking
more
wait.
cheese, the better.
Yeah, this is a new experience. And even though I'm Cornish and I like popping pasties like anyone's business. So that goes in the oven for how long and what temperature?
Well, I'd say about 200 degrees. And pop it in for about, I'd say about half an hour at least. If it's starting to burn, then cover it in tinfoil. Just put a layer of tinfoil over the top and then put it in for another 5 or 10 minutes.
So half an hour?
About half an hour, yeah. And then you'll know when it's ready because it would just be golden brown. It would be lovely. If you really want to check it, you could just cut a bit in half and then just have a look at some of the potato. But that's probably not restaurant standard to cut up somebody's pasty in half.
We're not making it for restaurant wankers. We're making it for 2 fit young
Hungry
Cornish hunks. Well, Mark is. I'm an old cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, put them in. Put them in. Right, I'm going to pop my phone in the oven. The light doesn't work in there, but... Right, cheers, mate.
You can have clearing up when you've been using flour is
Another tip.
a bread scraper.
Bread scraper?
You know, like a...
Oh, for scoring the bread.
No, I forgot what they call it.
Bread knife?
No, it's a bread pallet. It's like it's got a handle and then it's just a straight stainless steel blade.
I see.
And then you can just use it to scrape into a bowl.
I've heard that the only people that have that in their kitchens are absolute wankers. Have you got one, Mark?
I've got 2, mate. So
wow.
Double wanker. I just like for this, you can just scrape it, boom, done. So much easier.
Well, you're having to deal with
I'm gonna use a cloth
what I've got.
I'm gonna have to use a cloth. Oh, this is the best bit though. Whilst it's baking, you can go and have a wank. Alright, yes, whilst it's baking.
Do you want to go for a wank? Mark's timer didn't go off, so we don't know how long it's been in there.
Pro.
But anyway,
but we could tell by smell.
Yeah, that's what Cornish people do when they're baking their pasties.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna make sure you get away. Sometimes you get a hot air in your face. You don't want that.
A Cornish blast, that's called.
A Cornish blast. There you go.
Oh boy!
Half an hour. And
that looks lovely.
They look beautiful. Okay.
There we are, Cornish pasties.
And we're going to get
Yeah, you have to move it over that way a little bit, Mark, because it's going to set off the... Yeah, that's it. Well done.
We were... Right, now we're going to taste it.
Proof's in the eating, as they say.
Look at the steam coming off it. Yeah.
Look at that, Cornish steam being expelled in Devonshire. Sacrilege.
Now the question is, do you want baked beans or not?
Is that what the Cornish do?
Pasty. I would have baked beans with pasty, but...
Let's do it. Right, this is the last part of the recipe, which demands baked beans.
That's the most important part.
To have on the side,
Yes. This is Michelin star.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, it just completes it. I like the way you've portioned it, it's lovely.
Shall I just... Oh, let's do all of it.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Because it kind of mirrors the shape of the pasty. You see, it's like the yin and yang of Cornish pasty.
Yeah, it just completes. It just completes me.
Oh, now, do you want to watch us eat it?
The first bite.
No, I think you should have the first. Oh, okay. This is my one. Go on, pop it in, and you do the same for you, and I'll film.
Okay.
Fuck it hell.
Bit of bean juice in there. Okay. Ready?
Ready? How are we going to do this?
What do you think?
Oh.
Oh. So those are yours. No, seriously, what do you think though? Is it gone a bit dry?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Let's have a look in there.
Let's get into that.
Hold that a little bit up.
Let's hold that up.
Oh.
Hold that up.
Oh.
Have it.
It works, doesn't it? It works. Anyway, so you've been baking with these two guys. Enjoy.
Yes.
Make that pasty. Get your beans on.
Oh,
Get it down your gob. All right? Cheerio. Bye.